Hey everybody, Peter Simeti here, publisher and founder of Alterna Comics, and I'm going to be talking to you guys today about barcoding. That's right, it's a COMICNOMICS episode. Now, if you're not a creator or whatever, maybe this isn't so interesting to you. I apologize. But maybe it is. Maybe you want to know what these funny little numbers are. Here's a newsstand barcode. Here's a direct sales barcode. This is for the Wicked Righteous #1. This is also Wicked Righteous #1, but this is for the second series. And then this is a trade paperback. This is of Go West. This is a trade paperback here. Let's see it focus. And there we go. So we got the barcode there too. An ISBN as opposed to a UPC. You're going to know what that means, hopefully, by the time we're done. Okay, so this stuff, newsstand barcodes are probably going to be the least most important subject, but I'm still going to go over it anyway. And the reason I say the least most important is because let's pop this up here. So the difference here, if you can see it, the numbers are not the same. The numbers are not the same at all. And I'll break it down for you too, if I can actually see myself point to it correctly. Okay, so you're not going to see the numbers. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But this part here, the body of it, different numbers. And then this part here, which is the supplemental part, newsstand has a 2-digit supplemental. Direct sales have a 5-digit supplemental. And what that basically means here on newsstand is that you have the 2 digits represent the issue number, or in some cases, the month of publication within the year. And then here, the 5-digit supplemental for direct sales. These numbers represent, printing, issue number, and cover variation. So, and I'll break down the specific numbers for you as well. Okay, so newsstand here, you need a specific barcode for newsstand that is very expensive. It is quite possibly the most expensive barcode in the entire system of barcoding. It's called a BIPAD number. We're on BIPAD.com. This is the only thing. This is the only place where you can purchase official BIPAD barcodes. You can't just make up numbers. You can't just plop them in. And you also can't cheat the system. I know some people are they're going, what do these numbers even mean? Why can't I just make up numbers and put them in and use a barcoding software and have my barcode? Can't do that. You cannot do that. What's going to happen is they're going to junk. They're going to recall. They're going to recall all of your printed material with that barcode, and they're going to junk it. That's costly. So you want to make sure you go through it the right way. Now, this is just for newsstand. This is just for magazine distribution. This is not a code you get if you go through Diamond. This is just for newsstand. So that's why I'm saying I'm going to go through this first, because this is probably going to be the easiest one to just blow right past. You don't really need this unless you're distributing a magazine. And technically, comic books are considered magazines. They're considered periodicals. So you could go through a magazine distributor, which is what we do for newsstand. So BIPAD says, what's a BIPAD? Right here, you can read all this. Go to the website. It tells you what it is. And here it goes. It breaks it down for you. Okay, so I'm going to break this down as well, and we're going to read it. In a typical magazine barcode, using the above color-coded example, the first six digits here. See, the first 6 digits represent the company prefix. This part here is the BIPAD number, the green, the next 5 digits. Then the single digit here, 3, is a check digit. That's always a check digit. That's computers determine this number here. So you just would enter in a barcoding software these numbers, and then this one, boom, pops up. And I'll show you that in just a second, what I mean by that. And then these two here are supplemental. The supplemental is important. It's an issue identifier. See, as it says here, issue identifier. And in this case, it represents the September issue because it's 09. This is going by a yearly publication schedule. This could also represent the 9th issue if it is not going by year. If it is just going, like for instance, it came out on a Wednesday or ICYMI through Alterna, 09 would not represent the issue came out in September. 09 would represent the 9th issue. And then 10 represents 10, 11 represents 11, and so on. All right, so this is the BIPAD for newsstands, for magazines. Now you're going to see, let's see where it is here. You're going to see exactly how expensive these things are. Okay. So how much is the processing fee? And again, you cannot skirt around it. There's no other site to get these from. There's no other way to do it. I know this site looks like, boy, it crawled out of 2001 and no one ever cared to tell it. 20 years have passed. But this is the official site. One BIPAD code is $375. Now, if you purchase these in a bundle, if you've got a publishing company, and you're going to purchase more. If you've got multiple titles, like at Alterna, we had about 20 titles go to newsstand. And that's when I decided, you know what? Certain titles I'm going to scale back and I'm going to use the BIPADs effectively because they're so expensive. So we're going to scale back and determine what titles are doing the best on newsstand. Which titles could we continue to see, okay, it's worth the cost. That's why we scaled it down to 2, ICYMI, and it came out on a Wednesday. Ongoing titles do way better on newsstand than miniseries. You also get the most bang for your buck because you continually will reuse that BIPAD number per issue and just change the supplemental digits. The 2-digit supplemental, you just change that. You keep using the same barcoding for the BIPAD that has that company prefix in the beginning. $3,500 is what I paid for 20 BIPAD barcodes. Right now, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But again, if you're just one magazine, like I said, I'll use the example again. If you're just People magazine, or if we just had Alterna magazine, you'd pay $375, and you would always use that one BIPAD for forever and ever. So again, you have to be sure. You have to be sure about what you're doing, and that it's going to be worthwhile. Sometimes it's a gamble. With newsstand, it's always going to be a gamble because it's returnable. What doesn't sell, you don't get paid for. It's not the way it works with comic distribution into comic stores. Way more risk on the side of the publisher. So this is all you need to know here. You'd fill out the online application. It's still, trust me, this is the official site. It's not a very modern looking site, but it does what it's supposed to do. You see, you fill out the form here, all that good stuff. You select what you want, and then you process your payment. All right, credit card, they take that, But yeah, so that's that. This is for, again, magazines on newsstand. This is not for anything else. All right, so now you can purchase barcoding software. You can. Or you can go to seagullscientific.com and go to their barcode generator and make your barcodes for free. And this is a barcoding company. Now, this requires a little bit of graphic design knowledge, a program as well, and you have to understand what you're doing. But it's all on here. It's all on here. So what you would do is you would go to the GS1, and I forget the name right now, what those initials mean, but you can easily look that up. And it's a UPCA is what you need. So you click on that. Sometimes this site freezes a bit, so hopefully it doesn't do it for this, but we'll see. So you go to the UPCA. See, it has just the UPC. There's no check digit. There's no supplemental. There is a check digit. There's no supplemental 2 or 5, right? But here we go with the 2-digit add-on. Sometimes it freezes up. It's probably gonna freeze up because I'm doing, a demonstration today. Oh, good. It didn't freeze up. Fantastic. So we'll pop in. I'll pop in literally the barcode that is used for it came out on a Wednesday. So here we have the company prefix 0744770. And now we have the official BIPAD number that is purchased on BIPAD.com. They give you the list of numbers and you can use them as such. And then we put in the 68387, which is the official BIPAD number for It Came Out on a Wednesday. And then you enter the data here. Enter the data for the 2-digit supplemental. What issue number is it? We'll say it's issue number 808. You go down, we hit next, and you can now download your barcode. The 2 here, it's a check digit, automatically comes up. Automatically comes up. The computer does it for you. This is just a digit that literally references that these numbers are correct. So this is something for newsstand. This is something for magazines. Now we're going to get back. Click back. Okay, I'm going to go back into this screen a little bit later. So we've tackled newsstand if you want to get your book on newsstand shelves. We're going to go to diamond. This is something that for most people, this is going to be the most relevant thing. Okay, so this is Diamond Comics. Diamond Comics, for those that don't know, is pretty much the only comic book distributor to comic book stores. All right, now this is all easy. You could just look this up. This isn't a secret part of the site. This is still there. All right, so we've got UPCs. They've got examples here. Okay, there's examples. They use the example of Wham Bang Comics number 1. And here's the UPC base code for that. We'll go over how you acquire this in just a second. And then the supplement is a 5-digit supplement. You'll see the issue, the first issue here, 00111, equals the first printing of the first issue. Then the second issue, let's say there's a cover A. Let's say you've got variants. Same UPC base. The supplement changes to 002 for number 2. Number 2. The first digit here after the 00 is the issue number. And then 11. And I'll go over what these other 2 mean here in just a second. You probably already have surmised what they mean. Here's issue number 2, cover B. So we have the variant. Same base. And the supplement changes to 00221. The 2, as you can see, the second digit after the issue digit is the cover. What kind of cover is it? Is it the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, etc.? What kind of cover variant is it? Incentive cover C. Again, see, it changes to 3 because that's the third cover offered. Now it's a second printing on issue 2. So that's 2, 1, and 2. The final digit represents, for most publishers, not for Alterna though, and I'll get into a second as to why we don't change this digit. 212. 2 equals the second printing. Now instead what we do at Alterna, and I will take off the screen share for just a moment. Now what we do at Alterna is for first printings, so you guys, so because if we change the barcode, what occurs then is that basically you have to resolicit the whole issue all over again. And to be quite honest, Diamond doesn't like doing that with most indie books especially. So they'll just kind of stop doing anything with your book. We change, instead of changing the barcode, we change the Alterna logo. The Alterna logo can be any color at all, except for gold, silver, or bronze, copper, around that look. Now, when it is gold, like this copy of Scrimshaw number 1, it is a second printing. That's how you can tell with Alterna. We don't change the barcode, we change the Alterna logo. When it's silver, it's a third printing. And when it's a fourth printing, it's bronze or copper. That's how we do it. Instead of changing up the whole barcode system and expecting to be able to resolicit through Diamond, I know for a fact that we're not going to be able to. I've tried. So instead of doing that, some publishers can do that and they can, they're bigger. And Diamond thinks, okay, we think a second printing will be worth resoliciting. Then they'll change the barcode and do it all, the way it basically should be done. But for us, they're not going to appreciate that. They're not going to like that we did that, because they have to do a whole system of resoliciting a book that they think it might not make as much, and that they got to put it in the system, and they've got to keep tabulation on it, and they got to do an audit report, and they got to do a whole different system instead of using the same barcode to keep track of the orders. And we all know, especially if you're an Alterna fan too, you definitely know, just look for this to determine what printing it is. So we're still able to, when we do get reorders out there, which is very rare with Diamond anyway, we can still do that. And we've only had 2 books so far into silver. Blood Realm #1 has gone to 3rd printing, and Tinseltown #1 is a 3rd printing is arriving on Monday. So we've got that. Everything else we've had 2nd printings, most are 1st. You need specifically to put these barcodes on the front. Now here, we've got suggestions of where to purchase barcodes from Diamond, and that's, that's fine. They also suggest that you do this. You purchase UPC software. But as we saw, we don't need to purchase UPC software. We just need to go to that specific website, which is already fully licensed. You just need to have a little bit of your wits about you with graphic design, and you will be able to put a high resolution, fully scannable barcode on your books. That's what I use, and that's what you should also be able to use as well. Right, it tells you everything you need to know here. They always would rather you put the barcode on the front cover. Diamond used to allow you to use it, wherever you wanted to, on the back, on the front. There's still some publishers that can get away with putting it on the back. But for us, we were told put it on the front cover or you get a fine. And I'd rather not get a fine, so we put it on the front cover. Now the barcode also, a good way to do this to make sure, well, how big does my barcode need to be on the cover? Look at what other publishers are doing. Look at how big is the barcode on a Marvel book, on a DC book, on an Image book. You can also at this point look at how big is it on an Alterna book. Before you do this, you go over here. I use this website. I've used Speedy Barcodes. It's one of the cheapest sites to get barcodes. And again, with UPCs, with every barcode, you don't need to purchase a different barcode per issue. It's per title. A different barcode per title. That's important to remember. This is how many you purchase. You get the appropriate and coordinating discount. So 1 barcode $5, 5 barcodes $10. 10 barcodes $15, 25 barcodes $25, and then all of a sudden they become a lot cheaper as you go on. And each barcode represents a title. Each barcode represents a title, not an issue, a title. Keep that in mind. You reuse the barcode for every single issue within the title. So let's say Scrimshaw #1. Scrimshaw #1 would have the same UPC for #1 as it would for #100, let's say. The only thing that changes is the 5-digit supplemental. So what I mean by that, we will get to in 1 second. It's very similar to the BIPAD supplemental and what I just showed you on Diamond's page. So the UPCs, relatively the same kind of thing. You're going to get a company prefix. You're going to get all that kind of stuff. You're going to get the actual universal product code number, which is basically, that's what UPC is, right? So it says right here, okay, universal product codes, simply known as UPC, is a 12-digit long number that appears on the majority of all United States products. These barcodes were originally intended to help grocery and department stores speed up their checkout process. Also, through these UPC barcodes, grocery stores were able to efficiently keep track of their inventory. The system quickly caught on with all other retail products because of its benefits. UPC barcodes were designed for mass circulation and tracking of products. Right, so that's basically, inventory. And that's the thing. Most shops, you remember back in the day when you saw a Spider-Man head, in the corner. And then on the newsstand, they had the barcode. But the Spider-Man head was for comic shops, because most comic shops didn't use a POS system. They didn't use barcode scanning technology. They didn't have an inventory system for the most part. So you didn't need a barcode for those. So that's what that was. So all those comic shop books had those little things in there. They weren't barcoded until the system came along where it was a mandatory system from Diamond, where they needed all of the versions. All of the versions needed to have barcodes, and Diamond did not deal with newsstand. Diamond doesn't deal with newsstand right now. We go through PDG for our distribution on newsstand. In case you're wondering, how do they get distribution on newsstands with magazines? We go through a magazine distributor. Diamond does not put us on newsstands. So you got your barcodes, you ordered them, and now, sometimes you can pay extra and they'll give you the graphics. Sometimes you can pay extra. They also give you stickers if you want stickers. No one wants stickers, though, for their comic. No one wants a stickered barcode on their comic. So usually what it is that, okay, great, they gave you the barcode, but they don't give you the supplemental. So you're wondering, well, how do I do that then? How do I get the barcode onto the book? The graphic I need is not just the UPC, I need the supplemental. Well, that's when you go back again to seagullscientific.com, barcode generator, that link right there. So UPCA, you need the 5-digit supplemental if you're going through Diamond. 5-digit supplemental. So you click on that, and let's hope it loads up again. All right, and so we're going to put through the barcode here for Wicked Righteous. All right, so the company prefix, we have that. This is what they give you when you purchase the UPCs. So we have 615435. And then you have the very specific to the issue code. Very specific to the title. The title, forgive me, not the issue. The title of the Wicked Righteous is 61782. So when you purchase barcodes, this block of these digits, say you purchase 50, all 50 will have that block. And then these numbers will be the ones that change. These will be unique. And then we go down, we don't put anything else there. And then let's say this is the 7th issue. So we put 007. And it's only one cover. Only one cover. So that's a 1. And it's the first printing, so it's another 1. All right, I'm not going to go to the download screen. I can show you what I need to show you guys right here. So we have everything here. Again, you'll notice the check digit. I didn't enter that. The check digit pops up automatically from the computer, which verifies that these numbers are correct. Because look what happens too. You could put the check digit in. They have it now so that it understands. But I'm pretty sure if you put the wrong check digit in, it gets wonky. See? Yeah. So you could put the check digit in, but you don't need to. Does it automatically. And then 00711. Now on Alterna books, see, this is something that I'll show you guys one more time again. Over here. Okay, so this is technically the very first issue of the Wicked Righteous. It's this one. Right? This is the first issue of the first series of the Wicked Righteous. And that's basically the number, the barcode UPC that I put in there. And then it's you see that with the 00111. Now the 001 basically means you can put up to 100. You could put up to 999 issues. So let's say you have issue 21, it would be 021. Let's say you have issue 105, it would be 10511. That's what all this is about. But you'll notice this is one of 6. And this is number 1 of 6. All right? What we do at Alterna to make things easier for retailers and keep it also easy for you guys, because it's not fair. It's not fair to do this to retailers. This is a number 1 as well. But this is a new series. This is a continuation. This is the second volume. So we have it here. You can see it says volume 2. That should pick up. If it doesn't pick up, you can look at your copy of Wicked Righteous Exodus number 1 at home. Hopefully it focuses. But it's a volume 2 listed there. And it's the number 1. Now, what's not fair to do to retailers is get a new barcode. Get a new barcode and put it back at 00111. So we don't do that. What we do instead, so retailers can order effectively and efficiently, and most retailers have been very thankful for it. You'll see this is number 1. Now, I told you that The Wicked Righteous was a 6-issue limited miniseries, the first one. So it ended with 00611. This is a new series. Technically, would have been issue 7. Barcode-wise, it starts off at 00711. So it's almost like if you know the barcode, you can pick up a copy, even though it says number 1 here. You can look at the barcode on an Alterna book and see, does this continue the previous series? Because if it does, you'll see the number. That's like our little secret. So you'll see that it says 00711. And then number 2 of this series will say 00811. And you'll know that that's technically the 8th issue in a series. So even if we didn't put volume 2 there, you'll still know. And if you're a retailer, you'll definitely still know that that number represents technically what is the 7th issue in the series. I don't know if it's going to focus, but you guys saw it before. All right, so that's what we do for the retailers and for the readers. For you guys, to make it easy, we put the number 1 because it's a new mini-series. We've got little information in the barcode area too that says direct sales and things like that, but you don't necessarily need to do that. It's helpful, though. It is helpful. So that's the whole thing with buying UPC codes to use. And again, you'll notice those are far cheaper than the BIPAD codes. BIPAD codes are so much more expensive than the UPC codes, the standard UPC codes. It's the same UPC for a bag of chips as it is for a comic book when it comes through Diamond. I don't know if you've heard of Bowker before, but Bowker is the official barcoding for ISBN numbers on graphic novels, trades, paperbacks, all kinds of books. That's the identifier. And this is basically where you would get them. This is the official. You know, again, UPCs are so generic that there's a ton of sites that can sell them. But as far as BIPADs and as far as ISBN numbers go, Bowker is just like on BIPAD.com. You have to go to the official site. Again, these are expensive. These are not as expensive as a BIPAD, but these are a pretty penny. All right, so let's break this down. This is usually going to be for your graphic novel or for your trade paperback. And it's going to be the same code. So it's not going to be 2 separate codes the way that magazine code was separate from the Diamond distribution code. It's going to be the same exact barcode with the same supplements. Here is the info on that. All the different data you got to fill in about your book, so it's officially identifiable to booksellers. All right, let's see here where we can purchase it. Okay, myidentifiers.com, and you can purchase the barcode. All right, now this, again, not as expensive as a BIPAD, but they are expensive. So you've got one graphic novel. It's going to be $125 for that one barcode. And that's just what it is. You can't work around that. That's it. If you've got 10 graphic novels that you think you're going to put out, or that you have already, $295. So the cost went down significantly, but it's still expensive, and so on and so forth. I purchased 100, so I still have a bunch to go. I purchased this price kind of hasn't changed for the longest time. But yeah, so if you're a publisher, usually this or this is going to be the way you're going to go. 100 at $575 or 1,000 at $1,500. Like I said, either way, it's still a pretty penny. Now, if you are someone who you're doing a Kickstarter, a crowdfunder, whatever it is, an Indiegogo, anything like that, you just got one book coming out, and you want to make sure that your book is being printed for posterity. And what I mean by that is that you basically are printing it so you have something in mind that one day you want to distribute it. It's not just going to be an exclusive for a crowdfunder with no barcode on there. You want to make sure you do everything right. This way you don't have to go back to print again. You can purchase the one barcode here. Now, if you think you're going to make more, if you think you're going to make multiple graphic novels within your life, purchase the 10. Even if you just use 3 of them, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than getting the one. Right? But if you're dead set, you're not doing anything more than one. You just got one book in you and that's it. Get the one. You could purchase that. And basically what that barcode is going to look like. Let's see, we can go over that here. We're going to go back to GS1, back to seagullscientific.com. I'm going to break it down for you guys nice and simple. Okay, the EAN 13 is basically what's going to be on every single graphic novel and trade paperback. Yeah, here we go. EAN with the 5-digit supplement. And I'll break down what that 5-digit supplement means. All right, so our number for Go West, 978-1945-762-161. So if you notice, the last digit's always going to be a check digit, even if it's not separated off. So we're here in the ISBN, the EAN. This is all the number for this specific book. Now here, these numbers right here represent Alterna's company code. And then you see the 1 here. That represents the check digit, which verifies that all these numbers are correct. Again, if I put a check digit that's wrong, boom, it tells you it's wrong. Okay, so what are these numbers here? 50699. What is that? Okay, so this is the price. The price of this book, though, is 509995. This is the price here. Five basically says to the barcode reader, the scanning device, it says this is the price. This is a pricing section. This is the price barcode, the supplemental. And then this is the price, $9.95. Your price could be $99.95. So this book is $9.95. If this book was $14.95, you would do this. You put $14.95. Most books are going to be $14.95 or $14.99, like that kind of pricing. It's always going to be a $95 or a $99. This title here for Go West is $9.95. So we put 50995. So that's what that gives you. That's the barcode. That's the ISBN number for Go West. So if you have a graphic novel, you would purchase your ISBN. They would give you this number, and then you would take your 5-digit supplement here, and you would type 5. And let's say your graphic novel costs, I don't know. Let's say it costs $4.95. You're being very, very nice to your customers and selling it for a very low price. So you'd type 50495. And then the price barcode would read this. Okay, so that's ISBN barcoding broken down for graphic novels. It's the same exact thing. This barcode is the same exact thing for Diamond Comics distribution or for traditional book market distribution. There is no need to get multiple barcodes or different systems, or you use the same exact thing. The most important thing when you do any barcode, when you put any barcode, this is single-handedly the most important thing. You do not put other things that either are in the way of the barcode or right next to the barcode, especially if they're lines. Make sure that there's at least some space around it. The second most important thing, and this is what I was going to mention, when you make a barcode, you print everything in CMYK. Do not print in RGB. Do not prepare your files in RGB. Prepare your files, print in CMYK. Okay, and then you can actually utilize all those layers, delete those color layers, so it's just the black, just the singular black layer on this barcode. Otherwise, it will not read properly. You're chancing it. You don't want 4 colors in this. You want just black. So again, you got to know a little bit of graphic design. So that's pretty much all there is to barcodes. This is a pretty in-depth COMICNOMICS. I'm going to be wrapping things up, and so you guys can see as well. I even have this. All right, this was like $12. All right. So we've got the book, got the barcode, and it scans. All right. Not that hard. Again, this is something you can have this for your own inventory purposes. You can purchase this. It's very cheap. And you can use it to also verify your barcodes too. Print them out before you actually send them off to the printer. That's all you need to know about barcodes. You can break down every segment and reference it and go back, go to the websites, learn the websites directly. But yeah, there's a lot. So we went over the 3 kinds of barcodes. The UPC for Diamond, the BIPAD is for newsstands, and the ISBN is for graphic novels for the book market for Diamond as well. I hope you guys have a great one. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this was informative for you. Remember, go to alternacomics.com/retailers to find a local comic shop near you that carries Alterna, or you can go to orderalterna.com and order directly from us. And we've also got an Indiegogo going on right now. The Indiegogo, let's give it one look before I go. Okay, so we're inching up. We're $7 away. $7 away from 4,000. Holy smokes. Let's get there. Let's get there. 117 backers. Thank you guys for supporting. All right, let's get to the 4,000 mark. That would be wonderful. This is going to help us to expand as we continue to grow. This is going to help us do so many things. So give this a look on Indiegogo. The link is in the description for the video. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you're still subscribed. And if you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure to let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys again. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.